fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Hey, hey, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings.
The folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming out to you. I'm coming out to you. Plus 54. Watch out. 54. Watch out.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
He's brought down at the
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Let him know. Let him know. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jordan Jenkins just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
He was brought down by...
And there's the first tackle of the game for Carl Joseph. He's one of those safeties that you can utilize in any way you want. But I will have to say, I think the number one thing he does best is tackle.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. To the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
First down.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain. Allen's throw is complete.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. Devontae Freeman, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jerry Hughes in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this throw will be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Allen now on 1st down. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
This will be caught inside the 10.
Cole Beasley.
The end result, 21 yards.
At the 8.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll run here with Freeman. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun. Allen escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Allen now on 3rd and goal. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Touchdown, Buffalo.
Stephon Diggs, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're talking about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line, and linebacker 2nd level, and the secondary the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
With the give to Nick
on the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
At the 29.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
They run. Chubb. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jacob Phillips. He brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. And it's second down.
24-yard line.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, flying like dragon. 180! Right there. Time to go right now. At 58 is the month. Go 58 is the month.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Kareem Hunt, the ball carrier.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
That's a gain of...
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Cleveland Browns.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Complete.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Second down and 3. Ball on the 7. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Makes the score Bills 14, Browns 10.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen now looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Complete.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Allen going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum, and not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed Old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Mayfield looks to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. From the gun, Mayfield going deep here for Landry. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the 1st half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So after the INT, it's Allen. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Myles Garrett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Third quarter starts with a run by Freeman. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
24-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Ball carrier.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Allen. Quick hitch, complete. It's Freeman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
First down, Bills.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Ball carrier.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. That is caught at the 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. John Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown in the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Mayfield to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, he saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
Olivier Vernon brings him down.
A 3-yard pickup.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
You can't block me. You can't block me. 51 for mine. 51 for mine.
Freeman again. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing now is Allen. Now a leaping catch. He's got it. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off usually after about 3 to 4 steps and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. On play action, Allen. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line.
10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
19-yard line.
Mayfield throwing quickly out to Beckham. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. The Browns on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Mayfield. And it's complete. Hooper. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 49-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
The scoreboard tells a story for them a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit, and that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense. And that is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 44. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. David Njoku, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing, finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Browns 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Big time drive. Let's go.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Mayfield with it once more. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Allen now on 1st down. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football. That one goes for 24 yards. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Allen going to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Here's Bass now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Bills 42, Browns 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Peoples-Jones returning. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Donovan Peoples-Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Chubb. He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way down inside the 25 before he's out of bounds. A big play that time out of Chubb. 49 yards.
24-yard line.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 13-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Mike's 54. Mike's 50. Run. Coming, baby. I'm coming.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have you guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
49, guys. Mike, 49. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Alert. Check.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. And that one is incomplete. It stops the clock now with 15 seconds remaining. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And the Bills are going to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And that one is incomplete, and now we're inside of 10 seconds. Just 9 remain.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Tonight's final score, Bills
a big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier.